pre-match optimism is palpable. Have started in the Championship. Charlton Athletic with a wonderful campaign last time around. Leicester City with something rather different. Mindsets have had to shift somewhat in the Foxes' camp. Today it's about how they are swirling around various members of their squad. Dean Whitestone has the whistle. We're waiting for his all clear to go. So much has happened already in the early weeks of the Championship season. Some sides are delighted with their lot. Some require a result to shift the narrative more positively. This one could be fascinating this lunchtime. Charlton's recent resilience at home may well come into play. Leicester will look to put some of their recent away day issues behind them too.
Two sides on very different paths at the moment. Right, this is a bigger game for Leicester because of that strong start that Charlton have made. Two very different footballing approaches.
Still on the road back from that ACL injury that he picked up in November. Didn't play after that last season, of course, back in the saddle this time round. Campbell, and swept away by captain Hamza Choudhury. Scored his first goal in club football since New Year's Day 2020 in their Carabao Cup first round defeat recently at Huddersfield Town.
There's another longer forward ball from Charlton again.
To contend with. It's well fended away by Lloyd Jones. Ramsey still down, of course, needing sometimes to cash in, sometimes to move players on and bring others in.
I think Martin Cifuentes would have been well aware of what he was taking over.
Sud gathered in the middle, Caleb Okoli tumbling but not claiming anything.
Yeah, Okoli went down, he certainly wasn't pushed to the ground. There's no real appeal from the player or the other Leicester players. It was clever though, 3 against 2 from the short set piece.
Choudhury. Kane Ramsey still waiting to come back on, incidentally, after the fairly unglamorous physio work that had to be done. Page, 17 years of age. Louis Page. Plenty of ability and a fair bit of physicality as well. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on today. Choudhury, who's been a relative constant for a fair while. And now Campbell stepping up the pace.
Really expected, even though they're away from home. Leicester dominating the ball. That won't worry Charlton at all. We've seen this season so far in the Championship, they average about 42% possession, yet they've picked up 4 points. So they won't panic. They don't need to dominate the ball to get results in games.
Towards Jones once again, kept alive by Carey. Okoli, effective in the air. Sumari releases Fatau. Commentary quickly back to slow him down.
A couple of examples there from set play. Talks about that possession Leicester having, but as we can see, it's too deep.
Neither ended up winning promotion, and yet here they are, the level up. Tyrese Campbell wanting a free kick for a little tangle with Choudhury. Big moves along the way as well. Over 300 appearances in the Premier League, the most by a Ghanaian in Premier League history.
That's what's so impressive with Charlton individually, collectively, even more importantly, as a team, the defender as a team, helping each other out. Great example of that there.
Tau in towards Ayew. Now Leeburn in the other direction. Forcing his way past Choudhury, who stayed strong in the end. the two hands.
All around the pitch, getting touch tight with him, really close to them every time the ball is played. At times as a striker, you can't get away from a centre-half, but do what he does at Leicester back line, and okay, the expected goals, quality of chances created, not great, but better for Charlton with much less of the ball.
Choudhury. Easy pickings for his opposite number. Bell once again. Charlton ball.
I just mentioned how Charlton are squeezing Leicester, forcing them back into their own half. And see how difficult Leicester are finding it. They just can't get into the Charlton half.
Here. Page wants it, instead it's with Choudhury.
Leicester have to move the ball much quicker than this.
Choudhury. Choudhury once again reuniting with Edwards. Wanted a free kick that time, which wasn't forthcoming, and now it's Leicester. Saw the run of Sonny Carey. Plenty of options here for Charlton. And Luke Thomas had to be right on to Amari Bell. Out of Choudhury for a Charlton corner. Campbell.
Charlton defensive third, that's the most profitable area on the pitch for them, and really struggling to get the ball there.
Campbell.
Yeah, the main reason for that is the defensive setup.
Albeit will play at least another 4 minutes. Campbell back for Coventry. Choudhury. Choudhury the target. Nasty clash between he and Edwards, who have been
one backlash to the left back against Fatawu. See, they're both playing the ball out. It's just the ball's way over their heads, but they're both trying to get to it. It's poor from Choudhury. It's over here. Fatawu's trying to get there, just gets twisted. Edwards gets a whack for his trouble.
And they're already out of the Carabao Cup. They were beaten by League One Huddersfield on.
puffed out, the shoulders drop a little.
They've got to go for a second goal. They can't sit back. With the way that Charlton play with the crowd behind them, they've got to go for the second goal. They can't try and see the game through from this point. The ball breaks kindly for Campbell at the far post, but doesn't stand and watch Choudhury. Comes off him initially. How quickly he gets out to Campbell, closes the angle down. There's no space then for the wide man to get a really dangerous shot in. It's brilliant defending.
Determined to hold on to the lead. Let's not forget his header to guide Lloyd Jones's header away. Choudhury retreating once again with Campbell and once again winning out.
Choudhury starting.
The withdrawal of Louis Page will now be made with Patson Daka to control of the game but strengthen the grip.
You see you dropping a little bit deeper onto the halfway line, so Daka will lead them.
Actor away up towards Campbell. Leburn suddenly thought he was in, but Choudhury has been very solid, particularly in his second half.
It's a physical mismatch, isn't it? Choudhury against Leburn, but so strong. Critical of Luke Thomas, one full-back in the first half and not being stronger in the challenge. Choudhury shows him how to do it there.
With a big boot in the Choudhury back on his feet again.
He's taking a few deep breaths there, isn't he, Hamza Choudhury, but captain today for Leicester, leading by example.
Did last season on loan at was Choudhury. Edwards got the touch, but still with Leicester. Here go Charlton, Coventry. Choudhury across from one side to the other. Football is full of coulds and woulds and ifs and buts. The cold hard fact so far here is that Leicester City are 20 minutes away from a morale-boosting victory. One that would certainly boost their points tally and table position.
There's a lot of work.
So Nibs to join the action shortly. Well, and now Kelman is released and chased by Winks, just couldn't dig it out for Leeburn.
Kelman loves to do that, drop deep, get on the ball. Leeburn was away, it's just a scuffed pass.
So Raufas and Ricardo Pereira to come on for the final moments. Fatawu has made his mark. Come on in the last couple of games.
Yeah, his goal was individually brilliant, but it's the lead up to it as well, the way that they played through Charlton. All started with Spalacic, zipped the ball into Samari, off they go, and then suddenly Charlton are backpedaling, and Fatawu is then running at Edwards in the penalty area, shifts the ball, takes the shot quickly, beautifully controlled strike.
There has been a fair bit of pressure building on Leicester City over the last few days with various transfer rumours and, of course, the defeat last weekend.